it's Isabella from softpixeldiaires. How are you doing today? I've got a website if you want to check out the latest cameras that I've got uploaded. And I'm going to do a video that's been highly requested, which is the difference between each Digi-Cam. And I'm trying to do this quickly because I have a newborn and I have 2 kids and they're going to annoy me. Let's just get straight into it. I do have quite a collection here. All my cameras. I have a lot in my collection at the moment, as you can see from the website. So we have like a Canon Ixus, we have the Canon Powershot series. I only tend to collect the Japanese brands because I feel like they're more reliable and they're not as complicated to use. These are my mains. Okay, these are the ones that I will absolutely not sell. Quite biased, I guess, because I'm now officially a Canon lover. But this is so cute, eh? Look at this little case. So this is the Canon, it's part of the Powershot series. I'm not really sure what year it is, but this is the Canon A720IS, and I also have the Canon Powershot A560. The difference between these two cameras is not just in megapixels. You can see this is 7.1, whereas this one is 8 megapixels, and this has a 6x zoom, so it can zoom a bit further. This one, slightly older, but honestly, they kind of do the same thing. This one just has IS, which is image stabilization. And I think this is easier to take photos with. Honestly, they're the same. Very much the same, and I love the quality of photos, especially with flash on. So if you're into that like nostalgic vibe but also want a really strong quality flash, the Powershot series will do you justice 100%. And if you want a G7X dupe for like quarter of the price, I would say go for the Powershot SX series. This is the 220 HS, and I also just picked up an SX 210 IS. Again, quite similar, pretty much the same. I think this is older, so it's more of a CCD type of camera, whereas this one is CMOS. So CMOS means it's just slightly newer, more modern. They use different sensors, and this one has 12 megapixels and this has 14. Honestly, megapixels don't really matter. They don't matter. But I would say this gives the G7X dupe. I'll insert some photos. I'll insert some photos and you can see that this is so good. I also have the Sony Cybershot W570 in my collection that I'm not going to give away because this has an amazing wide range view. So if you want to take selfies, you'll definitely capture everything in that selfie in camera. And it's also really nice. It doesn't give that G7X vibe, but it's pretty close and it does take nostalgic type photos. So I really love this one as well. But anything in the Sony Cybershot series, you'll probably find that it does a really good job. In addition to the Canons that I was talking about earlier, Canon Ixus, also known as ELF. A lot of influencers have this camera. They kind of have the more later version, which is the 285 one. I think it's used by like Kendall Jenner and things like that, but even if you get the older ones, they still do quite a really good job at taking photos. This one particularly, the Canon Ixus 105, it's very warm toned compared to these two that I was just mentioning earlier, the A-series. I think the A-series is very cool toned, but their flash is so sharp. I'll insert some photos again with this one. I highly recommend any Ixus series. So even the Canon Ixus 60, you can see they're basically the same. They're kind of the same. I think this is slightly cooler toned and it's slightly older, but you know, honestly, they're both really good Digi-Cams. If you can find yourself one of the Ixus series or any Canon Powershots in the SX or the A series, you're gonna have a good time. And like I said, even this one, Powershot A480. Amazing camera. In terms of reputable brands, I would say go for like a Fujifilm if you want like bright colors, because I think Fujifilm is really well known for having like bright colors. They're known for their color science basically. Even in their mirrorless cameras, like the more modern ones with CMOS sensors, Fujifilm is really good with color. If you want a Digi-Cam that's like CCD vibes and colorful, go for a Fujifilm. This one's the A170. I've sold one of these before and the girl absolutely loved it. There's another one for sale here. But I also had the Z80 and the Z20FD or Z10FD. Those are good too. I'll insert a photo here. They capture the most beautiful colors So if you're into travel and you want to take like nice snapshots of your travel, definitely go for Fujifilm. Whereas these ones, they run on AA batteries, so also make sure of that. I personally like the AA battery kind of thing because you don't have to charge it and wait. Like if you, in case of an emergency, you can get new batteries anywhere from like a petrol station, service station, or your local shop, and just top it up. Does justice. It takes AA batteries. The Zs don't, they're rechargeable. Yeah, so like I said, these are the Fujifilm Finepix series in the Z. So this is Z80. I've got a pink one and I've got a purple one. They're both really good in terms of color. They're easy to use. You just kind of like do that, turns on, take a photo, boom. SD card, rechargeable batteries, both of them, and the batteries last long on these Fujifilms. Oh, they're just really cute. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm a bit biased, but I really like Canon. What I said earlier, if you want Canon with the AA batteries, the A560, A580, basically these dad cams, the dad looking ass cams, they run on AA batteries. The slightly older ones have 4 AA batteries, and I don't recommend getting any of the ones with the 4 because they use so much power and it will drain your AA batteries so quickly, and you probably will only use it for like 2 hours. These ones, highly recommend. Also, I wanted to point out I had the G7X and the SX740HS, which is the sister or the G7X dupe, I guess, of this influencer era. Just wanted to say that it is super different, and the reason why the G7X, like 1, 2, or 3, is very popular is because of its crystal clear capabilities, as well as obviously flash, and its warm tone colors. Whereas I tested out the Canon SX740HS and it seems to have a blur. I think that camera is specifically good for zooming in really close because it's got a 40 times zoom on it. So if you want to capture like wildlife or something from far away, it can still capture that and get it in a really, really high quality photo. But if you also want that blurring effect, the SX740HS does that as well. Also, all Digi-Cams, I swear, all these Digi-Cams give you like a blurring effect. They just make you look more real compared to a phone. So I would highly recommend getting a Digi-Cam for that reason because it's amazing. But yeah, anyways, this is my latest one. Kind of dazzle her because she's cute. She's really cute. Now, in terms of other brands, I do have like Samsung Digi-Cams. Like this is the i8, Samsung Digimax i8. What I think about this camera is it's very similar to a phone. So if you're only into it for the looks, then sure, go nuts. And it's really cute, it's portable, easy to use, but it looks like you're taking it from a old Samsung phone compared to like the main big brands like Canon, Sony, Fujifilm, Nikon. Also, in terms of Nikon, I do have one of these ones. I have this 2700, yeah. I have her. She's very, I'd say they're very cool tone. I don't know, Nikon is not really my preference, but they do the job. They take nostalgic pics, and they're really easy to use. They're cute, but if you want something more G7X like, definitely go for Canon or Sony Cybershots. These are really good though. These are good for travel, I think. Capturing like travel aesthetic photos or like cafe photos, things like that. These will do the job, but for photos personally of your face, go for Canon or Sony. They're good at taking pictures of people. I'm just saying. I mean, I've had like lots of cameras before, and I just think that's their specialty. Because even this is the Sony Cybershot. I mean, she's great. She's really close in though. This is the DSC T200 touchscreen. Good for travel, great for travel, but if you want to take photos of people and if you want to do selfies, I would recommend something wider like the Sony Cybershot W series 570 particularly. This is really nice. See, look how far that is, okay? Compared to this. See how far? Wait, do you see how far? Like how much wider this one does? how much wider this one is compared to this one. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you want to find out more and you kind of want more clarity, feel free to just like message me or comment in the YouTube video, because I'd be more than happy to help out. But right now, I got too many kids and I am in a time limit. Yeah. I'm very biased with Canon. Anyways, yeah, this is not your average YouTube video, but hope that helps some people. If you want any more clarity on anything, let me know, but that's the best I can describe right now. So, thanks for watching, and if you want to see any of these cameras that I've done and bedazzled up, you can check my website at softpixeldiaires.com. I have new stuff coming in regularly and exclusive discounts. Everything will come in a gift package, a little pouch like this. Isn't it cute? A little pouch like this, and you can put your Digi-Cam in. See? See? Look at these chains, bro. Look at them. Oh, she's so cute. I don't know why I love these ones. They're just so bulky, but they're so good. Anyways, I will see you in my next video. Bye!